YouTube with my game, fellas.
Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today,
hey, it's Snoop Dogg.
What a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys, losers of 2 straight, hoping to get back on track here. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this
not
one
here
started.
anymore, man.
And we are underway from Pittsburgh.
Nah.
And good coverage there on special
He's
teams. As they get him down
coaching
shy of the 20.
Dragon.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. It's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he did throw the interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Yeah.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure.
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube with mine, so.
Oso Diggy-Zua with the effort there to earn the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their
Look at the
offense
playoff
can take
picture.
over and get some points on the board.
Yeah.
Taking it about the 36. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And a good space to operate there as he takes this done inside the 45-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st down, and they go right back to Blue. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The rushing numbers for Blue a week ago. 16 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They go draw here. Blue. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here we go! Blue. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs.
Yeah, I just faced the Bills in the Super Bowl, my other franchise.
They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, it's Warren. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me.
Yeah, they got me there.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll try and run again.
Oh, you mother lover.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi.
What the hell?
These two teams all tied after 1.
Yeah. Huh?
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And did he put that on a dime? He did.
1 yard line, baby.
At the 1 yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Almost got him in the end zone.
What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
A handoff for Warren.
Oh, this motherfucker. I mean, oh yeah, dude.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Oh, this is
yeah, fuck you, bitch. You don't get your extra point.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd down in the yard.
Brings up 2nd in the yard.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, it's Blue. 20, 5, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
The extra point.
14-13, my way.
And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Ah, you gotta be farting kidding me.
Down the right sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 73 yards. And the Steelers are able to move back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
The fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Draw. Here's Blue. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 9. They go again with Blue. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, here we go. I take one.
Prescott.
No.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rodgers. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Gosh, come on.
A potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something.
2014 their way. 8 seconds left in the second.
Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though.
He will go down. A Cowboy sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Hit him for a sack for a loss of 8. 5 seconds left.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're going into halftime.
Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It is week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts at home to take on the Jags in the AFC South. And it's Josh Downs. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans at home to take on Washington. It's Cam Ward. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Titans holding on to a 14-3 lead as the game's gone to the half. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. And it's the lefty, Michael Penix. We occasionally see big plays out of the running game, but not necessarily this big, and not from the quarterback always. But he is gone. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Out of the gun, they run with blue. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The quick slant caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Ah, whatever. Shadow freaking move.
He got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They run for it. Fudge. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession on half number 2.
All right.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Warren will try the right side.
Got him.
He's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 15. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Falls to the ground, incomplete.
That is knocking the hell out of me.
Him up defensively, and now he brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should be looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard.
Good boy, Ferguson.
It's Ferguson. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On play action, Prescott. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Knocked away and incomplete.
I'm Guten.
Credit on that one defensively goes to Asante Samuel Jr.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
It's a keeper with Prescott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Dang it,
So the
man.
D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense.
I don't know. I
It's the
think
right
I
call.
made that,
But as you
dude.
noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Yeah, won't let me challenge.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shootout. Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right, keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Not wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They'll run it. Warren.
And we'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Warren.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll get this to his tight end. That's
damn it. How did he get over, but I was fucking what?
As they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or take them.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That's on multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught by
Ayahuasca.
and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So Dak and the Cowboys down 20-16, 2:18 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. On the toss, here's Robinson. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll yardage on this one back to the 13.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Prescott.
No.
Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the
Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
They picked me off. It's less than a minute left. They're 4 ahead.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Yeah, that's game.
So this one
My 3rd loss in a row.
Pittsburgh Steelers, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
I got the
Meanwhile,
Bengals
for the
next
Cowboys,
week.
it's a tough one to swallow as
Oh,
they
no,
drop
maybe they're
back to
talking about the other
8-4
guys.
on the year.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
Oh, I got the Commanders next week. Okay.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.